Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's Worimi, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Okay, I'm using my Trip and Wait tarot. The box is getting really tight on them as the cards fluff up due to my abusive shuffling, my poker shuffling, etc. And it's, oh gosh, what have we got? 87% humidity at the moment. It is a sticky afternoon. Okay, entertainment only. What do I want to have a look at? Well, very quickly, I'm going to run through a couple of things. Um, the HR 23, the ICC bill that passed the House in regards to American citizens not being able to be prosecuted for crimes in other countries, passed the House, failed in the Senate. I read on that a couple of weeks ago, I think a week or so ago, and I think that was the scenario that I had. If you are interested in Curtis Yarvin, who's making an appearance again in the media, I did a reading on him 3 months ago. Pop Yarvin in the search engine. Let me know if you need an update in regards to that. What else have we got? The press secretary, yes, young female, Carolyn Levitt. Yeah, she's one of those alternate facts types. In other words, lying through her back teeth. I don't understand. I just do not understand why they allow themselves to get in these situations. And my beautiful viewers, when I was talking about the rose on the Three of Pentacles in the reading yesterday, a lot of you said King Henry VIII, which makes sense, but one of my beautiful viewers said Sub Rosa, SUB space ROSA, and I just went, that's exactly. And then I went and looked up what sub rosa meant, and it is basically discussions undertaken in secret, espionage, etc. So, absolutely. Now, what I want to have a look at in this particular reading, I'm getting the word as clearly today that things that happened yesterday in Washington, D.C. Are a culmination. Now, I got crescendo the other day. Today I'm getting a culmination, which means everything's piling in on top of each other and reaching a pinnacle. I didn't feel that there was anything nefarious behind the crash other than the poor old air traffic controller. Excuse me, I'll just pause you while I pick that card up. Hang on a sec. Traffic controller was trying to work two stations at once. Now, my mother's godfather was a navigator. My grandfather during World War II was a bomber pilot, and Uncle Bill was his navigator. They weren't actually related at all, but he became my mother's godfather, and we knew him as Uncle Bill. He was in civilian life after World War II, a air traffic controller. So I remember when he was in his probably late 50s, he was medically pensioned off because he wasn't hearing the extreme ranges of hearing anymore as he was getting older, and he was pensioned off because of the importance of being able to concentrate fully and completely on what you are hearing, what you are seeing, and being able to articulate it. You've got this poor guy trying to do, or girl, I don't know who it was, trying to work two stations. And I just remember hearing from Uncle Bill the intensity of just working his one station. So I'm not feeling anything nefarious, but I do feel there'll be some blaming that comes through. And I'm just looking at the three cards that dropped. This was the one that dropped on the floor. Um, Things are going to be fully revealed. The other two that had fallen out. So we've got three major arcana. Something really important is coming out about this. This is about sacrificing the golden hair plug boy, or just simply looking at things differently. And then we have the star of hope and healing, but also trying to balance the emotion with practical. And it's also my best of best of what democracy was based on. So the fact that I've got the three major arcana there, and I was thinking about what I was going to read on, are telling me that it's really important. I'm just going to put those back randomly in the deck there and keep shuffling, because what I want to have a look at is in the previous reading I got Felon Muskrat and Felon 45, because I refuse to call him 47 because he's not there legitimately. They're going to have a big falling out over this. There's a blame game, and then there's petty tit for tat back and forth. Here's my Harris card. Okay, popping out. But there's going to be tit for tat back and forth in regards to this. Now, I want to see how the MAGAs are going to react with what's going down in the big house. It just feels like a jelly wrestling, hair pulling, just pathetically childish tit for tat is what I'm getting. It's like standing up and making press announcements, and people are going, "What the? Huh?" Especially the fact that Felon 45 was up there blaming the crash on DEI hires and the Democrats, and the reporters were pushing back, and he didn't like it. Oh, it was just, there was no word of compassion for the families. There was no, let's just calm down while we investigate. And again, something's flowing out, and it is, oh, yeah, the insanity of it, the emotional insanity, the illusion, the smoke and mirrors, the poor choices, you name it. It's just, uh, it's my dementia card. Okay, but I want to have a look. How are the Trumpsters? I'm not going to say the MAGAs, because I'm getting there's about a 17% of diehards that will go to the grave never having their eyes opened. They will, till their dying breath, defend dear, uh, dear leader. About 17% of voters. It's a lot, isn't it? I feel that, and I have said this, that Felon 45 only got about 30% of the voters. So you're looking at about 13 to 15% of voters that actually need to be woken up. I've always got Harris Walsh got about 70%, and that Felon got about 30. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. Is this going to change? And that will come out eventually when the timing is right, and the timing will be right when we get that 13 to 15% actually. So is this going to convert a few more? Now, when I'm talking about converting a few more, all of a sudden, he said, yes, he did say he was going to deport, but I didn't mean my wife and kids. Yes, he was going to gut Medicaid and Medicare, but I didn't mean the price of insulin for my grandmother, my dearly beloved grandmother. Didn't mean my job. It's just, didn't mean my farm. There's a lot waking up, but I want to have a look. Will the bickering, infighting make a difference to, okay, um, I'm getting a lot of Congress members. When I say a lot, I'm not talking about volumes, but there's a sort of an upswell in Congress members with what's this tit for tat, that, how did you put it, guys? If you hear my guides, let me know. How did they put it? They put it, starting to speak out. is what I'm getting. Just, it's more than that. I'm just trying to explain. It's almost like a bubble coming up. And you've got the steel on the bottom. They had told me to stop. Is there going to be, I'm just seeing some Congress members really starting to change their tune. Okay, come on down. Let's have a look. Okay, is it going to change? Open some eyes, change some opinions? Yes. Yep. The Two of Cups here, it is about reaching across the aisle. It is about working together. I'm really drawn to, gosh, looking at the expression, I don't know if you can see that on the screen there. The female figure looks really cross, and the male figure looks very sheepish as he's making overtures. Now, it's not necessarily male, it's just the misogynistic energy. Okay, so yeah, it is going to wake up more. What's turned over there? Oh, the Homeland Security card. Also the nurturing, soft place to land. The second signifier is very much packing up the truth and sheepishly moving forward under the cover of night. They may not publicly come out and say that they've changed their minds, but I think they are. They've packed up their previous truth, is what I'm getting out of that. Now, the swords are all pointing down, so these aren't swords that are being wielded anymore. They've pointed their previous truth down, and they're sheepishly slinking across, is what I'm getting out of that card, as they more and more find themselves out in the cold. Talking about Trumpsters, I'm not talking about the diehards that with their last breath as they fall off the quig will swear fealty to Felon 45. These are the ones that are those in between. Yeah, they're finding, what do you mean we're not in with the oligarchs and the billionaires, etc. You've taken out, what do you mean you're threatening our social security or have even cut it? Please, please, please prepare yourself for the worst and hope for the best. I don't think they're going to be successful cutting social security, but there may be a short period of pain while an executive order or something goes through before it's reversed fairly quickly. But I do feel that may happen. There'll be a short period of pain. What do you mean? You told us you were going to cut Obamacare, not Medicaid. Yeah, just all this energy is the foundation of what they're stewing in. In the past, it was all about rah, 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 we got our dude in the White House. Yay! Celebration! However, those that had their eyes opened early have already left. Or is this in the background sneaking off with the money? Those that the oligarchs sneaking back into the castle. The old, yeah, our dude got in there. Well, okay, good on ya. Crowning the reading. The Knight of Pentacles stopped, not moving forward, looking at the money situation, realizing that the money's not on offer there. The money's just been held back, blocked. Right, we have some serious legal action coming forward here with the King of Swords. Externally, we have the Queen of Wands, powerful female bringing forward an announcement. Usually, well, I know she's just about out of a job, but the DNI, are they wanting to put that Russian asset in there? The one that's, had dinner with with Putin at the Kremlin, at the Kremlin and all the rest of it, as the DNI. Oh, I can see that going over well. But some inspirational, powerful female bringing forward a message here on the world stage. Right. It's going to be a hard message to hear and a hard message to progress forward with for these Trumpsters. But they realise they got to own it. They're holding this message, trying to make sense of it as they go forward. It's messing with their brains, messing with their minds, but it is the end of a cycle. It's just a nightmare situation for those that invested in it. And it was all about, they're realising it was all about the grift. Trump making the money, the steal, finding themselves bruised and battered with their back up against this messaging, having to clutch first of all, the one truth that cannot be denied, shining a light into the darkness as this volatile information is brought forward. And there is big truth coming forward in regards to government, in regards to this could be the UN. I'm not feeling it's Biden. It's a really powerful male leader who is very diplomatic that's going to bring this truth forward. It's not my Mark Rutte card. I'm wondering who's the head of the UN. It's going to be really emotional, and they're going to have to take a good look at themselves as to how they were duped as the secrets about the manipulation is brought forward, facing a really harsh truth about how they had chained themselves to this devil energy and how their actions have had consequences, but also when this devil is brought to justice. So yeah, I think, yes, again, more are going to have a wake up. And it is with every disaster on so many levels that Felon 45, every time he opens his mouth, he loses more. Just show me what does the future hold for the Trumpster leadership. I'm not even going to say the Republican leadership, but the Trumpster leadership. What does the future hold? What does the future hold for the Trumpster leadership? Come on, Dan, we'll just do a 3, 2, 1. Queen of Swords. Going back to the past. An offer being made. This could be a strategy. I'm not feeling Harris in this particular reading. If you haven't seen the Cash Peters video from yesterday, go and have a look. It's quite interesting. The Queen of Swords. Okay, thank you. An internal truth coming forward about gift from the past, an offer being made, emotional, overwhelming, reaping what they have sown, and trying to restore balance. Okay, trying to restore balance and move forward. I'm really getting this is after Felon 45's gone. You've got the Magician, You've got the High Priestess. You've got the Fool's Gold dripping through their fingers. You've got the harsh truth coming forward about the election steal, moral, financial, ethical corruption, or is it simply their voters left out in the cold and moving on from them? They're just going to have a super big wake-up call. Celebration of getting in is going to change on them. As a lot of information comes out about contracts and agreements that were made. We've got the voter here. We've got things coming to an end, a cycle coming to an end. It's going to be really heavy, chaotic messaging that they have to get their heads around. But we have a judgment moment and then a new start, and then we have the best of democracy and we have justice. Look at these major arcana. It's a lot in there. Okay. I've been saying for a while now that there has to be a certain number that open their eyes before the universal energy shifts in regards to the steel information coming forward. And yeah, day by day, there are more shifting. Okay, I'm going to leave it there in case I didn't say entertainment only. Love to you all. Take care. And I'll just do one more reading today and then I will catch you on Monday. Catch you later. Bye.